What's up, underdogs? Let me ask you a question. What if your biggest inspiration was right at home and your path to basketball greatness started with a game-winning shot in high school? Well, today, we dive into the incredible journey of Kaii, who rose from humble beginnings in New York and back in Baltimore to earn top honors in college basketball. Stick around to hear how his mother's influence and his sir's unforgettable moments propelled him to become a standout athlete and student across multiple colleges. This is a story you don't want to miss. Stay tuned for Kai's story right after this message from our sponsors. Full Court Dreams, the underdog's voice, is proudly sponsored by Rehab 2 Perform. Are pain or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? Our friends at Rehab 2 Perform have you covered. Now open in Owings Mills with 9 other locations across the DMV. R2P will get you back in the game and ready to perform. Visit rehab2perform.com and start your journey to peak performance today. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Full Court Dreams, the underdog's voice, where we dive into the inspired stories of athletes who have defied the odds to pursue their dream. I'm your host, Coach Q, and today we have a special guest. And remember, all my guests are special. Remember, so when you hear me say that, it's repetitive because every last guest I have is special. But we have a special guest whose journey through the world of basketball is nothing but short and remarkable. Please welcome Kaii Gilliam to the show. Kaii, great to have you today. Good to have you, man. How you doing?
Thanks for having me.
Did I pronounce your name right?
Yeah, Kaii. Yeah, you pronounced it right. Yeah, Kaii. Usually some people mess it up on the first try. Be like Kyrie, K, something. Maybe messing it up, but it's just Kaii. But appreciate you for having me, Coach. I'm excited to share my story.
Hey, man. I'm glad you're here to share your story, man. Let's get started with your story, man. So, let's start at the beginning with basketball. All right. So you grew up between Baltimore and New York.
Yes.
Right. So how has that been for you? And can you tell us a little bit about your early life and how you got started in basketball?
It was a good experience, just getting a taste of both, lifestyles. New York is kind of like a fast type of lifestyle growing up, city that never sleep type of thing. Mm-hmm. But when I moved to Baltimore, because it's on my father's side, that's where like they're from, New York. And then my mother's side is kind of from down here and like the South. So when I was born and when I had a two-parent household, I was in New York for a little minute. But when my parents split, that's when like it kind of like I came down here. But it was just overall good experience. I mean, living in New York, like I said, just having that taste of the fast lifestyle, bright lights. I mean, just basketball in general in New York City, like it get a ton of exposure out there.
Right.
I mean, from seeing people on the blacktop outside to just, watching like, legends that grew up in New York. So, but then when I came down here to Baltimore, it taught me a lot of more like grit and dog. Like it just gave me like that extra like gear to kind of turn it up. Like, New York can, and I know like plenty of people that's from New York like it's dogs, but like, they like flashy though.
Yeah, it's like the flashy type. And that's what I was about to say. Yeah, like New York is like flashy,
real
type
flashy,
style,
Showtime type of thing for real. But like Baltimore, like when I came out here, it really like developed me into being like that dog, like really showing like that emotion, that grit, that hunger, like really like trying to fight for your life for real, like putting food on the table type of thing. You know what I mean? Like it really like developed me into really being that type of dog and having that passion. So
Baltimore street ball.
Different.
Of course, it's different.
Yeah,
it is different.
And I love it for sure. But I love the experience.
Yeah, you gonna have to play tough. Bro.
Yeah, you will get exposed.
Yeah, I mean, like when I was coming up, it was basketball was, it was the thing. I just think nowadays it's not like it's just not. You don't see that many kids on the basketball court no more. Everybody want to be inside of the gym.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? I don't know if it's a word or not, but I think our doggishness went down a little bit in Baltimore. Really
got a little comfortable with being in the gym. Got some AC.
Right, got some AC. I'm telling you, if I train a kid outside, the first thing that kid, man, it's hot out. I'm like, really? I'm like, it's real. Hot outside. Like, you need to be outside.
No, you definitely need to. Yeah, you need to be sure. Outside. I started playing outside. I started playing outside before I really locked in on the gym for real. I probably started playing like really in the gym, like 8th grade, eighth, ninth, like really getting into high school where it was like, all right, yeah, I got to be in the gym now. But I started off playing outside and I loved it. Like every day I was coming outside. And even when I was in high school, I still was like playing outside more for real. For real.
So I think a lot of kids don't, I think a lot, you really had to play outside if you want to stay on the court. Like if you want to stay on the court outside, like you really had to play.
No, fact.
Like if you ain't win, you wasn't getting back on that court.
You might as well pack your stuff up. One game and done.
One game and done. Because you ain't win and the court is crowded. Like,
oh, yeah.
We got winners like, you go in the court like 9 o'clock in the morning, you ain't get back.
You ain't getting back on till sunset.
Right, till sunset. And you ain't winning, man. Yeah, you ain't getting back on that court. And I think that helped us when we was growing up because it wasn't like a now thing for us. Like today, in this society, now everything is now. I want it now, and I want it now, and I want it now. Mm-hmm. I think that taught us a lot of patience.
Exactly.
Like even though when we if it was 2 courts and nobody wasn't playing on the upper court, like we would go shoot around the upper court, tell us how to turn and stuff like that. But you had to win to stay on that court. If you ain't win, you might as well just, man, we going to another court, watch and learn.
Yeah, I remember that for sure.
Watch and learn.
Facts. Because like I said, I used to hoop, like even like up until like my 10th grade. I think that's when I really like cut it off. But I still was hooping a little bit, but I was probably hooping at like outside tournaments. But like on some like picking up every day. Yo, my homeboys, we used to be in high school. Like, yo, where you at today? We going up the gym? I mean, going up the court? All right, cool. I see you there. Like 4:30, we used to all just meet up for real. So
that's how we used to be. My cousin and us used to pack in my homeboy car and just drive around the basketball courts.
Yeah.
Oh, there wasn't nobody on this court. And then where we went at in Arbutus, it was like basketball courts right around the corner from each other.
Yeah.
So it was like it wasn't hardly nobody on this court, then we go on that court. Wasn't hardly nobody on that court, then we go on that court. Yeah. So we'll always find a court to go to, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Just be balling, man.
Get it in all day. Yeah, nice little summer day. From sun up to sundown.
Hot, don't matter. 7-Eleven, get a big old.
Yeah, I was about to say, get to go right up the street. Because I like with me, I went to Milford, so I was right there at the little power center there on Scott's level. Yeah. And I used to be jumping up there all day, every day. We used to go right up there where, well, it's not up there now, but Shoppers used to be right there. Yep. We used to go right up there, go get us some drinks, whatever, come right back down there, get it in.
And these kids don't know what the grind is, man.
Facts, yeah.
They got it too easy. They got trainers and all this stuff now.
They a little spoiled now.
A little spoiled right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't know how to play the game. That's how you learn how to play the game.
Nah, facts though.
You got to think on the fly.
On the fly.
And under pressure. Ain't no referees. You getting banged up. That's when you get tough at.
On that concrete. That concrete undefeated.
Right. That's when you get banged up back. Yeah. Y'all twisting your ankle and thinking it hurt. Sure, let's go play on that concrete and get knocked down. That's when you get tough. Now look, so your mom was a significant influence in your basketball career. She inspired you a lot, right? Especially in sports. How did her passion for the game impact you, and what lessons did you learn from her?
Yeah, so my mother, like she played and plays like a big part of who I am today. Like she started playing basketball, so I got the game from her for real. So she used to really like critique me on it. Like I said, I used to study it already, but I used to study her and like her mindset on it, like her thoughts. Cause she used to play. She went to Shaw University. Okay. Yeah, so I used to just pick her brain every day on it. Like as I got older and I was able to understand a little bit more. But when I was younger, I used to just be like watching. Like I remember she used to like take me to courts because she'll still like now get boogie a little bit, even though like she act like me and her like it's crazy because me and her our birthdays a day apart. Like hers is November 17th, mine is November 16th. Wow. Like we literally, I tell her like I'm the male version of her. We literally the same person. She act just like me. Like it's crazy for real. But like I used to just really like just study her like all the time. Like and then when I got older enough to really kind of like have these like discussions with her. Like I used to just pick her brain. She used to just tell me her thoughts on stuff. Like and when she used to come to my, well, she still do come to my games, but when she come to my games, she would always just give me little quick tips, or she would record me, showing me different film footage and what to do. So like she really was like hard on me. Like she was my biggest like critic, but also my biggest fan.
Right,
She always wanted the best, you know what I mean, as she should. But
she wanted you to play the game the right way.
For sure. And she ain't never let up. And I needed that for sure. Like any little thing, like I, do something good. But she like, I mean, you ain't do nothing yet. Like it's still more that you can do. Like you can never be satisfied because you ain't just battling yourself. Like you battling others out here that want to play the game. Like it's not just you. So she just was telling me like, just never had that too comfortable mentality. Like it's always more you can do. And I think like that's why I am the person I am today. Like I'm a real like persistent person. Like I stick with things. I accomplish things. Okay, like what's next? Like sometimes it could get a little crazy because I don't even be enjoying like some of the things I do accomplish because I just be so locked in on tunnel vision. Like, all right, like I got lock in on something else. But at the same time, now she just taught me like a lot, like even just life. But basketball wise, she taught me just like really how to play the game for real. Because I learned from her as her being an athlete, but she did it all. Like she used to box, she used to play basketball. She used to play football. I'm always a tomboy, like growing up. She was a tomboy, so like my athletic genetics, I definitely got that from her for sure. Yeah.
So your father ain't never played ball or anything like that?
Nah, my father was like a fashion type of guy. He was just in the clothes. The slick dude, real slick dude. You feel me? Real slick dude, but yeah, he ain't really like he'll watch a game and different sports. He ain't finna be telling me like what. Yeah,
Mom got that out of control.
Yeah, mama got the coach and everything, like the ins and outs with it for sure. So skill work, everything.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and it's good that you're persistent in what you do. Your kids need to focus on that. Like if you really want to play basketball, and I don't think at an early age you should make it like a job. But once you specialize and you're really determined about playing a sport. It has to be like a job.
Exactly.
It has. If that's what you want. If that's what you want to do in life, like, dude, it has to be a job.
For sure.
Like I wouldn't, as a parent, like even my daughter played basketball. Like I was looking at my daughter shoot the other day. Some film came up on my Facebook page. My daughter shouldn't play no more. But I was watching my daughter shoot, and I was like, yo, my daughter was a freaking pure shooter, 9 years old.
Crazy. That's tough.
And that's because I trained her how to shoot.
Right.
But at 9, 10 years old, like when I tell you she's working out with a high school girl in the gym, so we working out in the gym. And me and my daughter also worked out outside too. But she working out with a high school girl, and she's knocking down more buckets than the high school girl from the same range. Mm-hmm. And I told her yesterday when I went to go pick her up, I was like, yo, you was a shooter, pure shooter. Like, just... She would catch that ball in a corner, and this was our favorite move. She'd catch that ball in the corner, up fake you, take that one dribble pull up, and knock it down every time.
That's the bread and butter right there.
That was her move, yo. That was her move, yo. She would be right in that corner, pass me the ball.
Right.
Up fake you, girl run out there and see up fake. And she wasn't never that fast, but she knew how to use the fakes. Cause that's what I told her. Like somebody run out and let you up fake one dribble pull up. And she was a dime on that mess. And she was a dime on that. So yeah, if you're gonna, as a young person, if you're gonna decide on that this is what you want to do, then it got to be a job. Because I got like a lot of people now, like high school kids. Once they get in high school, once they get in 11th, 12th grade, they want to get jobs. And I'm like, but I thought you want to go to college and play basketball.
For sure.
Like you can't, like, unless you a great person that know how to manage your schedule, it's not going to work
at all.
It's not. It's not going to work, dude. Yeah. Because if you want to go to college and play basketball, you gotta be in that gym every day doing something. I don't care even if you like I tell my kids, you're in a house, like do muscle memory stuff. It helps out. You don't actually need a ball. You can just
lay in the bed, keep you know what I mean, focus on your form shooting. Yeah, for sure.
So it just amazes me. Like people say they want to be something.
But they ain't really putting in the work
to be that putting in the work. Yeah. You gonna get what you put in.
Exactly.
You gonna get what you put in. And I tell people all the time, yo, you don't really want to play. Just tell your parents you don't want to play no more. Like I'm sure they'll get over it. They might be mad at first, but I was mad at my daughter because she said she didn't want to play no more. But I was like, man, look, that's her decision.
Right.
But you can't. My daughter she's still involved with basketball. Like she manages for her high school team. My daughter will be a heck of a coach. Because she knows everything about that. She can tell you, she can look at a game and break that whole game
Break it down.
So, I mean, she's still involved with it, but, she's a teenager now. So that girl ain't worrying about no basketball.
For sure.
She's too pretty to be worried about that.
Feeling yourself.
Feeling myself, really feeling myself, and that's high school. High school. That talking about high school. Let's move on to your high school career at Milford Mill. Yeah. All right. We had another guy out here named Joseph that went to Milford Mill too.
Joseph, I think. Okay.
Yeah,
What year he graduated?
I think you and Joseph about the same age.
Joseph, I might know his time. I be knowing faces though. I ain't gonna forget a face.
Yeah. So he was on here. He was like my third guest, I think, second or third guest. Yeah. So at Milford, you received several awards for your performance. So tell us about those achievements and what they meant to you.
So I'd say like a student athlete award where I was just, on point as far as like just being in the classroom, having over like a 3.0 in the classroom, and then also
important
for my performance as well and my role on the team. Also, I see Unsung Hero Award being like kind of what the underdog is away.
Oh, hey, look, I ain't mad at you for that. I gave one of them away this year to somebody on my team. Man, this girl cleaned up like she was at the Emmys. At our award bank, when she walked away with 4 awards.
That's tough.
And because she played multiple sports,
right.
But like she was a great teammate, so she cleaned up like the Emmys do. Every sport she got an award for.
Right.
And I gave her Unsung Hero. Man, like she was the Joe.
Yeah, nah, for real. Cause like growing up, like through middle school, AAU, high school, even through college, all my life for real, like I've been that underdog. Like I never was like a household name. Right. I had to really make my name for real. And like even in high school, like I was a 6-man coming out the bench, and really just trying to find myself, learn the game, get in where I fit in. But I was always considered like that spark, like coming in the game. I used to just on some Lou Will trying to get a bucket. Or just bring some type of energy to the game, right, to the team. Right. I literally just maximized myself and started in that role where I was able to just, starting 5, go out there, whether it was like a slacking game, it was just not playing right. I just come in and try to bring some energy defensively or offensively and just go from there. But as I got throughout the season, I really started like getting comfortable. Like the coach started trusting me more. He used to call me young AI just off my play style. Just me like being fast, my handles, being able to kind of get to the rim, score the ball. But he started trusting me a little bit more and putting the ball in my hands where I was able to hit like game-winning shots, game-time shots, and just be able to like really show my whole arsenal of my game at a young age in high school. So, but yeah, I've really been like that real true underdog. Like really had no type of like people thinking like I could like really like advance, or play like that. So I really had to like prove like any like level I was at. I had to prove coaches or people wrong in any aspect and flip that script. And by the end of each season, I'm, in the lineup or I'm playing big minutes. You know what I mean? So definitely had to earn it for sure.
Yeah, but again, I commend you on that because these days these kids don't know nothing about earning it. They just want it handed in to them. Then you got the parents complaining, "Well, my kid." What are your kid doing?
Exactly.
Like when they coming in the game, are they like you said, sparking the team, helping them out, scoring, rebounding, doing whatever to help the team out? Like you said, your coach started taking notice of that. Like us as coaches, we take notice of little things when people get in the game. So, and I always tell kids, it don't matter who start, it matters who finish.
For sure.
Like. Because my starting 5, some of them might not trust to finish the game. But I might trust you to finish the game because I know when you get in that game at that moment, you can handle that moment.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't all about who start the game. If I'm a parent, I'm worrying about if my child finishing the game. I ain't worrying about if they start.
That speak volume more than just starting. Like.
Right. I ain't worried about who starting. I'm worrying about if my child finishing the game. That's what you should be worrying about. They getting there finishing the game.
No, for sure though.
Because finishing at the start, that starter can get pulled right out. Never see
in a couple minutes, right? Soon as you hit that name call, whatever, you do a little handshake, whatever. Game start 2-3 minutes, come right out.
Come on out.
That don't mean nothing. That still go out the door.
You ain't doing it, yo. Get in.
Yeah, go get him.
Go get him. And you stand in the game and the starter sitting on the bench now. So stop worrying about if your child's starting, man, and worry about if they finishing the game. Man.
Sure.
Like you said, that trust with coaches, man. Coaches got to trust you, man. They got to trust you to be able to get in the game and do what you need to do and not whine all the time. Like, yo, you knew your role, you knew what it was, and you went in there and you did what you're supposed to do.
Because that's how I like, and I love Coach Smitty. Like, that's my guy. Like, I just know, like, our relationship back then, it was just like it wasn't like a love-hate relationship, but it was just like he knew, the potential in me and everything like that. Right. But, when you in high school, like, you still developing. So it was just a lot that I still needed to learn and a lot that I had to, go through and experience. But, he definitely helped me at an early age with, like, just helping me learn more, add more to my game, and just being able to develop in the process of it. I had to play that longevity game, like.
That's what it is, man. It's a long game.
It's a marathon for sure.
It's a long game.
Because at the beginning of the season, like, I was getting in, and I started off actually kind of like good. Like, I remember we played our first 3 games. We played like some juggernauts. Like, we played Woodlawn, Randallstown, and Dunbar. And those first 3 games, like, set the tone for real, like how our season was. And I played good off the bench those 3 games, and I still wasn't like getting the minutes I wanted to, but I was like, you know what, like, I'm gonna just control what I can control. I can't even really stress about it. I'm gonna just go in the gym grinding and continue to just stay ready for my name. You never know when it's gonna get called. Like, it could be any second. You just never know. So you just gotta, what they say, stay ready so you don't gotta get ready. Right. And I really follow that motto because, like, even with now me, like, in the process of trying to figure out, like, my overseas and professional career, like, I'm in that gym every day. Like,
every day.
Just staying ready because you can get a call. Anything could come up. Like, things happen. Like, it's a business. With a business, there's multiple different transactions going on. Things can come up. People get hurt. People get new jobs. People get whatever. Like, it's a constant move. It's like a stock market, So, like, I just had to look at it like.
And you never know who's watching.
Right.
Yeah, somebody could be watching, like, film, like, or somebody could be at your game. You never know who's at your game watching. They can, like, yo, I seen this kid. You know what I'm saying? And just in conversation with somebody.
Right.
Somebody that's a coach or whatever. And they're like, look, I need this guard. I'm looking for a real. Like, yo, I seen this kid. Look, the film on him right here. Look at him. Like, I think this kid would be really good for you. Yeah. So people don't never know who
watching or
who's talking about them. It's stuff that happens in the universe, man, where, like, for instance, like today, I got a message from somebody on what is that social media platform? I forgot the name of it. I don't know why I forgot the name of it. But I got a message from a guy, and I ain't been on YouTube that long with this channel with my podcast, but the dude asked me what can he do to improve, and I'm like, yo, you've been on that longer than me. You've been on that longer than me. I don't know what I'm doing that's right.
You asking you for the game.
Yeah, he asking me what he can do. I'm like, you got more subscribers than I do.
Right.
And no, like, he just been on that longer than me. And I just told him, man, look, just don't give up. Like, just keep on going because that one video can make you go viral.
That's all you need.
That's all you need is one. Same thing in basketball. You only need one coach, one team to believe in you.
Right.
But you got to keep on working in order for that to happen.
Yeah,
man.
You just need somebody to just take that chance on you.
Right.
And you got to stay ready. So when they do take that chance, you just can take off like a rocket.
Right.
That's all it really is.
And through all that you went through, you never thought about transferring?
I did, actually. I ain't going to lie. My junior year. So, like, I used to work over the summer at Lake Clifton.
Oh, okay.
I used to have a little summer job in Lake Clifton.
Yeah, that's where I graduated from.
Oh, okay. Yeah, with Coach Tree.
But I wasn't. Coach Moore was there.
Yeah, I'm about to say Coach Tree. Yeah. But I used to work over there in the summertime with a summer job. And I was able to, like, kind of get workouts in afterwards. Like, it was a free gym. And I was able to just shoot around sometimes and just, hoop. Sometimes it was people in there I used to hoop because they had, like, little summer camps and stuff like that in there, too. Right. But Coach Tree was always there in his office and everything. And me and my homeboy used to work up there together, actually. And he used to just watch us, like, shoot around, work out, and stuff like that. And next thing you know, like, started talking to us. The advisor and everybody was talking to us, just asking us, like, what school you go to. And I was like, I'm at Milford. Like, how you all the way over here, over east, da.
Right.
But at the same time, I moved. That's when I had moved over there. So it kind of was like a perfect master's degree because it would have been tough for me to live all the way over east and then still go to Milford.
Right.
And then, you know what I mean, knowing like I'm not in the right address, the school address and everything. So I did have a moment where I was going to transfer. I was going to transfer my 11th grade year going into my senior year just because I just was like, I'm trying to get exposure. Like, next thing you know, I'm going to be in college. Like, I don't got no looks right now. Like, I got to figure out something where I can just get some film.
Right.
Like, I was just thinking about just getting some film, something where I can just make something shake with that.
So, as far as film, I don't think a lot of people do kids justice with not filming. I think, and nowadays, like since COVID, every gym has a camera in there. Yeah. Like every gym, mostly every gym, has a camera in there where people can watch online, and you can get the film if you got a subscription to it. You can get the film and make your own film and stuff like that. But a lot of people don't know how to get that film out the coaches. I do. Because I got this service that I use, and it's a really good service, and the kids are basically in control of it. And it's called Sports Recruit. Sports Recruit, I'm going to start charging you to say your name, because I'm telling you, that's the best recruiting service that I have used. And every girl that wanted to play college basketball, that played for me, did exactly what I told them to do and follow that system. In college playing basketball off of that system. I recorded every game. I email coaches, but I only told girls that only way I'm going to email coaches is if you email coaches. But I email coaches on my own and just be like, look, take a look at this person, take a look at that person. And I still have a relationship with coaches now that comes down to my workouts and stuff when I ask them to come down. Now, it ain't all D1 coaches. I don't put my girls in that box. Like I say, I don't care if you go JUCO, D1, D2, D3, NAIA, Canada. I mean, I literally emailed a coach in Canada. Like, and she was like, "Oh, if you got some girls that want to come to Canada, then you know, a couple of my girls." She emailed a couple of my girls for them to come to Canada.
Right, always got to keep the horizons open for sure.
Right, and that's how I got my girls recruited. I didn't get my girls recruited based off of tournaments. We went to tournaments, but they got recruited mostly based off of film. And sending them out to coaches and emailing coaches. And I'm like, don't email them just one time. Just send them a nice little email. Hey, coach, how things going today?
Right.
You know, if you really want to go to that school, you don't got to email them all the time and talk about you. You can ask them how their day was going. They will pay attention. Every time they see your name, they will pay attention. Because you're not just asking about recruit. Hey, what's your schedule?
We talking about, it's deeper than that.
It's deeper than that. So you're building a relationship with those coaches. And that's what my girls did. And mostly every girl on my team, all my teams that became singers. Because when I recorded, I record from the 9th grade all the way to their 12th grade year, if they stay with me. Now, the ones that don't stay with me and go somewhere else, they find out the hard way. Yeah. They find out the hard way. They be like, how did she get you? Because she did exactly what I asked her to do. If you would have stayed, you probably would have gotten recruited. Right? But I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is.
Everybody going, learn. Everybody gotta go through a little, road to success. You know what I'm saying? Whether they gonna listen or not, they gotta learn on their own.
Yeah, they gotta learn the hard way, dude. Yeah. I try to make it easy as possible.
Life experiences as teachers.
Right. I try to make it easy as possible for my players, man, and try to really help them get to where they want to go at. But again, I'm not doing all the work. Right. I'm gonna lead you to the water. You gotta drink that water. You gotta drink that water. Man. So we talked about you in high school. You mentioned you got some memorable moments, tongue tied there for a minute, from high school, including games where you hit game tying shot, game winning shot. Man, tell me how did that feel?
That was like one of the highest points I felt in my life. Like, I remember this like it was yesterday. So we was playing against Catonsville at the crib too. It was just a neck and neck game, back and forth. It came down really to the last final second where we was down by 3. They had went and scored a 3. I think it was like they ran a little set, catch and shoot for a little shoot or something.
Right.
They just scored a 3. Next thing you know, we literally coming back down. It's probably like 25, 20 seconds, clock just running.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the ball just swinging around. We all like, it's funny because my teammates, we all like just like really just trying to find opening. We all just looking like we swinging the ball. My man's Jeremiah, he drive it. He get into the paint. And I just remember like I curled. Like I was at the mid wing top of the key, but I had like curled because when he had drove, they all collapsed and he just kicked it out. And I didn't even know how far I was. Like I looked at the film like the next day, I was like a little far for like almost like where the volleyball line was. It just felt good. Like I just caught it in rhythm, top of the key from deep and shot it. And next thing you know, that joint was all casual in there. Everybody just going crazy. I felt like it ain't really even hit me yet because I'm just like looking around like I'm still locked in like, all right, like where my man at? Like I got a guard because now they about to take the ball out. I ain't even really get to enjoy it yet. And then they called a timeout. Everybody lit, standing up, just going crazy. Literally, the next play after they called a timeout, we pressing them. They try to run a little press break. So they get the ball in. And me and my other teammate, my homeboy Bryce, we was shadowing. He'd get the ball, and I like shadow the other. It was a 2-guard front for them, and it was 2 for us. So we just like milking clock for them, like letting them try to milk some clock so they won't just have a running startup. Right. So he pressing them up a little bit, and I'm playing safety. So I'm like stunting like at the next pass, thinking like, you know, like if you throw it, I might, you feel me, get it. So he tried to put it in a place where I couldn't get it, but he kind of overthrew the pass off me just stunting it for real. Yeah. So as soon as he like overthrew it, I went and just picked it off like a safety, like a cornerback. Full speed, breakdown, just ran and took it up, picked it off. And, you know, I already caught it in rhythm, so when I got it, I ripped through one dribble, and we was already in front of our basket because we was on the other side of half court. He tried to like grab me. The dude tried to straight grab me, but I finished right through it. I laid it up and won. They caught intentional and everything, but they was just going crazy. Literally, like the next play after I hit the 3, scored the layup for the win, and I shot my free throws for the intentional foul, and then we won. It was a game. It was a buzzer beater after that. After that, I ain't gonna lie, I felt like I was the man. I can't school the next day.
Cause you gotta stop me now.
Yeah, I was like, no, for real. I was like, man, nah, yo, like ain't nobody can tell me nothing. Like I remember just running around. My teammates just jumped on top of me, dog pile. I'm like, dang, like just crazy, just singing that moment in, but like that was really a special moment, like for sure, me, and like that was kind of like I felt like for me like my coming out party for high school, where I really like believed, like I believed in myself, but you know you had little moments and doubts that creep into your head,
always.
But that was really like my solidified moment where it was like, all right, like I can really do something with this game, and I can really like play like at this level in high school, because like you said, you can have little moments, and like I was getting a little just discouraged, like I'm not getting in, like I'm not playing like I want to play, or when I am in, I'm kind of sometimes overthinking it just I don't want to go back to the bench. Yeah, so
and a lot of people do that.
Yeah, so I just had to really just like not worry about nothing and just roll with the punches.
Right.
Like it's a part of the game. It's a game of runs. Like you're gonna have your highs, you're gonna have your lows. You just got to be able to limit some of those lows and just create more highs.
Yeah, body language is a lot on that basketball court, man.
Nah, for sure.
That coach will pull you out quick because after you miss a shot, you put your head down. That tells me you out the game.
You out the game. Mentally, you done.
We don't realize that, man. Like you can be the greatest player or the best player on the court. Your body language will get a scholarship taken away from you. Quick. Coach play, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
Game. And what coaches think about is if we're in a big game, how is this person going to be mentally?
Right. And how do you react when things don't go your way?
Yeah, so if you're in a regular game that don't really mean nothing, and you acting like that.
I can only imagine how you act when
we in a championship
it's all
game.
For the, you know what I mean?
Right. All for
championship,
the ball. Right.
Game on the line, want to go home type of situation. So, body language, nonverbals is really important. Like, I'm really big on that. Even in life, I'm big on that. Like, your body language really dictate you, and it shows a person who you is before they even speak to you. I could walk up to you and you don't even gotta say a word, but just like your body language, your approach, and what you do is already going to put me in the type of, or already have a type of vision of like what type of mindset I did. Oh yeah. But yeah,
I didn't want to show all on the camera.
it got me looking crazy and all
Right.
that. But no, yeah, like I was just saying, like your body language definitely is important. Just like on a person walk up, like before they even speak up, like open their mouth, you could just tell like they body language gonna speak to you before they actually speak to you.
So you better run.
So you definitely
walking up on you some type of way.
Yeah.
Yo, that happened to me before. Like,
Yeah.
why do you walking up? Man, it was yo, I turned around.
It's time to go. It's time to get out of there.
Go.
Yeah.
Our TDs like
Froze.
like 5 of us, like 2 of y'all got caught, dude. Like got robbed. I mean,
Right. Damn, I mean,
I'm ghost, yo.
yeah,
Like,
no facts.
you gotta
be on the swivel.
Right, you gotta
For sure.
you gotta watch people's body language when they coming at you.
Yeah,
Man.
that's why you gotta really be having that high awareness with everything. Like, no matter where you at on the basketball floor, that IQ, that awareness, but even just in life, like you gotta have that high awareness.
You study your body language while you on the court, and you study somebody else's body language. Because somebody's body language, if I'm playing against you and I see you putting your head, I'm going to mess with you the whole game.
I'm right at you. We got one, coach. We right at him.
Right,
Like,
I'm going to mess with you the whole. I'm going to talk trash to you
Yeah.
because I know you out the game right now.
for sure.
Especially if you're leaving school, I'm really going to talk trash to you. You out the game, dude.
And that was like a thing of me, like, and that's what got me on the floor early. All my teams I've been on, like, I always been the guy playing defense on the best player on the other team,
Right.
just cause my defense was way ahead of my offense at the time. Like, I always loved playing defense. Like that's what got me, like I said, like just having that dog mentality.
Right.
I always was like real hungry, and I just took it out always on the defensive end. Like, I always took pride in like stopping somebody. Like, I used to get offended, like, and I know, like, I ain't, like, it's basketball, you're gonna get scored on, but I used to just take it personal when somebody scored on me, like, and that's what really kind of like molded me into really like locking in on the defensive end, studying guys' tendencies, picking up on what they like to do, like, and just being like that pest. So like growing up, like high school, college, like I always was, all right, my coaches was telling me like, okay, you're gonna guard the best. We need him. We need you to shut him down. We need to make it hard on him. And I always did that and just made it tough, being like a pest, and really took pride in that defensive role. Like,
Right, get in where you fit in, man. If your offense ain't that good right now, play defense.
Play defense, because that's gonna get you on the floor way faster.
Play defense and rebound.
And rebound for sure.
Get you on the floor much faster.
For sure.
Man. And just keep on working on your defense. Ain't nothing. It ain't.
It's
really
effort.
Skill.
Yeah, it's effort. It's want to. I ain't gonna lie. It's just want to.
But a lot of kids these days. So, and I know people be mad at me when I say this. It's a lot of kids out here that think they're good and they're not that good because people out here can't play defense.
Yeah.
So you looking like a superstar, and you ain't.
You really ain't, because the defense just poor.
Defense is poor.
Yeah, just poor.
It's poor defense out here.
Yeah.
Like these kids cannot play defense.
Just escorting them to the basket.
Right. This is your help defense.
Right.
Right. What is you ain't even moving your body. I get on my kids about that. Like, yo, that's not no help defense. Like, you just walking that girl to the basket. Like, no, you gotta slide, move your feet, and get in front of her. Like, doing this don't. What's this? Don't help defense. Right. So you scoring 20, 30 points because kids don't know how to rotate. Coaches ain't really worried about teaching defense. They just worried about teaching offense. Right. So, like, a lot of y'all kids, and I love y'all, but some of y'all game ain't what it is.
Yeah,
Think it is.
I got.
Because when that lockdown defender get on you, you be in that
y'all
car.
Be crazy seatbelt. Stuck.
Right, I was getting 2 points today, man. Like, yeah, because that little girl, that little guy, yeah, he strapped his on the one, locking me down. That's that real defense.
No, for sure. Like I said, that's why I took pride in it. Me not being the biggest guard. You know what I mean? You got to have something to the table. You got to bring something great to the table. When you like an undersized guard, or just not even one of the biggest guards, you got to be able to do something really good. Like, whether you can shoot the ball really good, you can play defense really good, you got to do something really good to separate yourself. You know what I mean? Because you already kind of behind the 8 ball just off your size. So you got to stand out and do something that's really good to the T. And early in my career, and still now, like, it was just defense. Like, I took pride in it. I loved it. And I think that's another reason why my coach, like, really just, like threw me in there and really just took, like, chances and put me in those moments, because he knew, like, all right, I know like I got a dog out there. He gonna do something.
So many kids are scared to get on somebody's YouTube channel.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. And that's another reason why you don't see a lot of defense, because social media is so big now. You got everybody with these cameras, with these visuals. Like, it's basketball. Like, you going to get scored, whatever. Like,
somebody going to drop
it is what it is, but you just got to learn from it. Like, you got to be a dog, bro. Like, you can't worry about somebody scoring on you, because if you already playing defense and you already worrying about them scoring on you, you already behind. You already defeated before it even.
Nobody want block, nobody shot, nobody challenge. Hey, the dude was talking about that the other day. He's like, yo, why are people scared to get dunked on? Like, why you... and you're underneath the basket, and you let somebody dunk the ball and don't challenge them, you coming out the game. Yeah. I ain't saying hurt nobody.
But at least you got to have some type of resistance.
Right, man. Like,
you got to have some type of resistance.
Yo, you ain't dunking on me like that. I'm going to let
hanging
you know.
On the rim, all yelling.
Yo, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to hit you in your ribs like one time. You remember that.
You got to know, like, next time they come into that paint. You know, it ain't going to be sweet.
I'm grabbing your arm. I ain't going to try to hurt you, but yo, you ain't getting that dunk off.
Yeah, you gonna make them feel you though, for sure. Like,
don't nobody want to get
it ain't nothing
on.
easy.
Don't nobody want to get crossed up. If you got crossed up, so what? You ain't never get crossed up before. It ain't never happened. I don't never remember getting crossed up, but it might have happened. I wasn't worried about it.
Right.
Like, I just got back on defense. I ain't ever break my ankles because I was a good defender, but I mean, y'all scared these days to get like crossed up.
Say, you gotta be a two-way player. You gotta be complete. You gotta be able to play defense and offense.
Right.
Like,
for those who get crossed up, I commend you for playing defense.
Keep going.
Keep on playing defense, no matter how many times somebody drop you and all that stuff.
Because it's always about the recovery. Don't even worry. You catch you.
Right.
You can recover right back.
Right. And then guess what? If they don't score, it don't even matter.
Right. They go out the window.
Right. You did all
forget
that
about it.
Right. You did all that dribble behind the back, 3 dual step backs, and you miss.
Yeah.
So let's get back to your journey, man. I had fun with that. Let's get back to your journey. Continue through various colleges. Yeah, let's talk about where you started from. So you started at Finger Lake Community College in New York, right?
That was upstate. Yeah, upstate New York.
So how was that experience playing at that JUCO?
That was a good experience. I was young, so I graduated high school when I was 17. So I was entering college career just freshly turning 18 in November. So I was still young, fresh, just trying to still learn and just like make an impact at an early age. I was able to get up there on a visit, toured the school, got connected with the coach up there,
right? And
he wanted me. He took a chance on me. He worked me out, seeing like how valuable I could be to the team. And next thing you know, I was able to get a sign there for my freshman year. And it was a little rocky starting off, just cause like that transition from high school to college, whether like it was on the court or off the court, like just being able to like, okay, like I got my own dorm, living on my own, just kind of just getting a feel of everything. But even on the basketball floor, what you was doing in high school ain't going, like it ain't fine in college. like with me, like always was like faster than everybody. Like I was fast. I was able to get to the rim easily. Like I was always just quick. Yeah, so like I remember my first couple games in college, like I'm thinking like, okay, like not like it's high school, but I'm thinking like I can still do like, you know, what I was doing in high school to a degree. So I'm either like getting to the rim and I'm getting my shot punched by the tree, or I got guards that's like you say, that's still fast, like that's just as fast as me. So it was just like I had like to learn like the hard way a little bit. Just cause like I just was able to like I was just trying to do what I was doing in high school and college. So like that's when I really had to like work on my game. I'm not saying I didn't work on my game, but I really locked in on my game. Like I wanted to be like all around, like adding multiple different things to my game. And I know one game specifically, like, and I had a decent game, but like I said, I was so fast than everybody, so I really ain't shoot the ball like that. Like I shot the ball, I wasn't like on no Ben Simmons and nothing like that, but I shot the ball. But like I said, I was just faster than everybody, so I knew like I ain't even really had to get a pull up, no three, because I'm gonna just blow right by you. But I remember one game I was playing, and they really like treated me like I was like Ben Simmons. Like he was like, he's not gonna shoot, he's not gonna shoot the pull up. And the crazy thing is,
He
played off of me. But the crazy thing is, I'm going to take it. I don't care. I ain't going to just not take it. So I'm going to take it. So I took my shots, but they just was not falling. Like, I was just missing. I missed so many different, like, pull-ups and everything. And I was just getting, like, so mad at myself because it's like, I'm wide open. I felt disrespected. And, like, I don't know, like, I was just mad, like, just overall, like, so I remember that ever since that game, like, I took everything personal. Like, I started really working on, like, all the ins and outs of my jump shot, getting to the, like pull up, getting off the dribble, catch and shoot, 3-ball, everything. I really locked in on it. And as the season went through, I progressed. I shot better than what I did in the first half of the season. And I was able to kind of have things open up to me, got to my floater whenever I couldn't get to the rim.
Right.
So just like I said at early age, being like that 17, 18-year-old in college, my freshman year, I had to find like ways to like score, finesse, and just be real crafty with the basketball. But still, I wasn't like playing too like big minutes because they already had a bunch of guys that came back, and we was actually like good. We was, I think, if we wasn't like top 5, I think we was like top 5 in our conference. I can't remember the exact number we was, but we was definitely like top 5 in our conference, and we made it to the tournament and everything. But we already had like 2 All-Americans on our team, so we really ain't even need nobody to come in and score. Like, we just need a guy to like orchestrate, play their role, be at point guard, and feed. Like, I got guys that I'm go-to guys already. So I had to learn, like, at an early age, like where like in college, I had to learn like, yeah, like it get real. And I'm in JUCO, so this just JUCO. You feel me? Like, imagine like the 4 years, like I started up playing JUCO, and it get real in JUCO. Like it's dogs in JUCO. Like, I don't shame nobody. Like, if you guys start off JUCO, go to JUCO. Go to JUCO. It's okay. Like we just was talking earlier, it's not about where you start, it's where you finish. Because JUCO is not sweet. I'm trying to tell you, it's a lot of dogs in JUCO.
Everybody can't go D1.
Everybody can't go D1.
Everybody can't go D2. Everybody can't go D3. Everybody can't go there. Go where you fit in.
You gotta get in where you fit in. Like,
get that experience, man.
Yeah, you gotta get some type of experience. Get some type of that college experience.
But I'm gonna tell you, basketball. There's a lot of money in basketball.
Yes.
And you don't have to be on the court to make that money.
Facts.
You don't have to. You can play basketball and land in somebody's office somewhere.
Facts.
Like, and become a business side of it. And when it comes to basketball, you're thinking basketball court only. Stop thinking small when it comes to, because you can make $1 million in somebody's office. Like, stop thinking small.
You can't sell yourself short.
Right.
No matter
Stop
what.
thinking that. Like I be telling people, like, don't let basketball use you. Use basketball for everything that it benefits you.
Right.
Like, use it for creating connections, traveling, stuff like that, man. You get to do stuff that nobody else could do. Yeah. Especially when you traveling overseas. It's a lot of kids that you know ain't gonna be able to travel overseas.
Right. Too many people can say, "Oh, I went to this country.
Right.
I experienced this in this country. I was here. I was there." Like,
and the only ones that's gonna be mad are the ones that don't do nothing. The ones that out there doing stuff gonna congratulate you. Half your family gonna be mad at you. So don't even worry about it.
That's a fact.
That's a big fact.
But nah, though, like I said, man, there's nothing wrong with JUCO. Like,
nothing
at all. Like, it's real dogs in there. You definitely can still get the D1 even if you go through there. But you know, it's just a process. You know what I'm saying?
But that's like, the landscape now, though. That's especially like now. It's the landscape, especially on the girls' side of basketball. It's the landscape because I see a lot of, like, I don't know. I need to talk to somebody. I be talking to some coaches, but I need to talk, like, how are all these 2028s saying they got offers from these D1 schools? Which, I mean, like, dude, I might not even be there in 4 years.
Right. That's
like,
a fact.
I can't. Me as a parent, I'm sorry, parents, and some of y'all D1 coaches out there. I apologize, but as a parent, I cannot take that offer that serious. Yeah. Because you might not be there for
right. There ain't no guarantee.
It ain't no and coaches gotta win. Coaches' jobs are more on the line now
What?
than there ever been. Unless you a Don Staley and
Don Staley.
Gino, and that's proven like you won 11 champion, you won a champion, and you getting people in there. Unless you that type of coach.
He just moved in.
Right, he just moved on. Your job is not that safe to be offered 2028. They got 4 more years. You got people that got a job. The lady from Tennessee, she just got that job. I don't think she was doing a bad job. And she lost her job.
Right.
I don't think she was doing a bad job at Tennessee.
No, I don't think she was either.
And then, like, she lost that job.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair for a parent or the kid for you to offer 2020.
Because you just never know. That's too far down. That's too deep down the line. Like,
you don't, like, it's
you don't know
rules,
what your future is. You might get a promotion. You might be fired, whatever. Like,
right. So now that kid, like, that's just me. Y'all can say what you want. I don't care.
They just be seeing a kid and they just be wanting to just grab him off.
But that's, like, I don't want to tell all these college coaches secrets. But I'm just saying.
Secrets for sure.
Right. I'm just saying, yo, stop. Yo, when I tell you on my timeline, because I follow a lot of kids because of my podcast. I want to get these kids on so they can tell their stories about their, same thing you're doing, about their progress. Young kids, middle school, whatever, how their progress going, how they feel about basketball, stuff like that. And just to see it on my timeline, how all these 2020, I'm like, how is this even possible, dude, when I tell my girls, coaches tell my girls that they email that I really can't talk to you until you're in 11th grade. Until you actually in 11th grade, I really cannot talk to you.
Right.
I can't. You can send me or anything you want.
Yeah,
I can't pick up the phone and call you and tell you you're 11th grade. I thought that's what even at these tournaments. If I sit there and I don't know if it's the kids coaches, then you know how kids are. They want they it's kind of like, okay, I just talked to this coach and they said they like me, so that's an offer. Like, kids do it. They put it up on that thing saying it's an offer. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. Well, I can talk all day.
Another episode for a whole another time. Facts. No, for sure though.
But JUCO, man. But so in the girls basketball, this is how it's going right now. Unless you're a top 100 player, you're not really going to get a D1 offer. Unless you're a top 100 high school player, you're not going D1. So college coaches go this. They go transfer portal first. They go JUCO second. Think about it. When they recruiting, they go to the transfer portal first. Yeah. Because the experience. Yes. They need to win now. It ain't no later. It's like, yo, you ain't winning the next 3 years, we firing you.
Right. They don't got time for the development.
Nope. So it's transfer portal. It's JUCO. Then it's high school. And sometimes it's prep school, then high school. But then it's high school. And then sometimes they go into the academies before they even go to the high school. Right. So think about that.
So high school's really like at the bottom.
Bottom of the barrel.
And the scraps.
And the scraps for D1. So when a D3 coach come to you, you better like, nah, I'm waiting on the D1 offer. You dumb for doing that. I'm in on her. That's the dumbest thing you can do in the world. Is to tell a college coach at any level that you're waiting on another D1 offer. Well, you keep on waiting on that D1 offer.
You gotta be grateful. Sure. I was on social media just looking at video talking about like just college, like how athletes can, pick the right college. Like it's just like dating. You gotta find the right girl. Right. You gotta find the right girl that wants you. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can't go with somebody that's had 1 foot in, 1 foot out, that's sparking interest in you but not offering. You gotta have someone that's full blown committed. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you really gotta pick your schools wisely and really know, like, when you pick this school, like, did you make this right decision? Like, you're not gonna have no regrets with this. You're able to excel, whether you excelling in the classroom and on the court, like at this school. I mean, because it's deeper than basketball. Like you say, student first, athlete second. So you gotta be able to do both. It's just all hoops. You still got college. You still got classes. Still got exams, tests, everything you still gotta do at the end of the day.
You have no life.
Literally,
That's your job all day
so
long. That's what I'm putting y'all on some gems, like, dude. And then y'all getting they paying them now too, like employees. Power 5 colleges gotta pay them their athletes now like employees.
Yep.
So they can treat you like an employee. Mm-hmm. So you don't want to do this, you're fired. Go home. Like you're no longer here. Like home, you're fired. Yeah, so they paying you now.
Yeah,
they kicking that money out to you
now.
now.
You know what come with that.
You better bust your tail. Because little John coming in that can play real good defense. Susie coming in that can play real good defense, and you can't play defense. We're taking her. You're not coming back next year.
Yeah.
So we're going to hire her, and you're fired.
Right.
Yeah, so
that's real though.
So you better.
That's why you can't say that. You gotta keep working.
You gotta keep working, and that's what you did. So you kept on working, right? Kept working. Then what prompted you to transfer from Finger Lake Community College to Baltimore, back to Baltimore, and to CCBC and Dundalk?
So I just felt I needed to excel more into my game. And I felt like just being up there, I wasn't really like excelling like my coach. I felt like, and it's crazy because me and my coach, we got into it and everything. Like he told me like, he don't even want me shooting the ball. He don't even want me looking at the rim. He knocked my confidence down and mind you, I'm 17, 18 years old, fresh out of high school. Right. So I remember him telling me like, I don't even want you looking at the basket. He said, don't even shoot the ball. He don't care if you open or not. He said, I just want you passing the ball. And like me, I'm just looking at him like, what kind of coach says something like that to their players? You know what I mean? Like, you supposed to be coaching me, some type of mentoring, uplifting, developing me, especially your freshman. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be telling nobody, don't even look at the rim, don't even shoot the ball. And that just lit a fire under me because I'm just like, number one, you looking at me like, well, you treat me like to not be no threat on the basketball court. And you kind of controlling me, making me be a robot. Second of all, it's like you don't even believe in me. So to me, it's like, why here? If you telling me don't even look at the rim, don't even shoot the basketball. So it was just like a lot, like over that 1 year span, that I just ain't like how he moved, how he just carried it with some of his players. And me and him just never was like, just never seen eye to eye, because I don't know. I'll be a rebel before anything. I ain't going for that.
so that moves you down to Dundalk, right? So after your time at Dundalk, you transferred to what's that? Wilberforce University in Ohio.
Wilberforce, yeah. And then when I was even at Dundalk, that was like one of my best years. Like my guy, Coach Taylor Jerron, that's one of the like out of all like my coaches, like he was really like the one that really like at an early age really helped me like to teach me that game, because I redshirted my first year up Dundalk.
Oh, okay.
So I was able to like really, because I told myself like after I went through that my freshman year, okay, cool, I got a little feel of college. I got the college life. I got understanding of what it is, what it take. I got some type of sense or idea. So I need to really lock in on myself, my body, my game, my mental. I want to just redshirt my like 1 year. So I went to Dundalk, redshirted, and literally me and him was in the lab every day. Like we doing 2 a days, 3 a days. We starting at 5, 6 a.m. and we going all the way to like 7 p.m. Like I'm going to class, I'm coming back, getting work in, going back to class. Then we got practice. I'm getting working at the practice. Like I'm practicing with the team. My red shirt year, like he really like helped me like really like take my game to that next level. Like I said, I wasn't really a shooter like as far as like shooting the ball, because like I just was really like fast. So I used to just use my speed to get to the rim. But we really worked on like everything, like skill work wise, like pull ups, threes, and literally like took it in, because I remember he just told me like what really like made me commit to him was like yo, like if you really gonna come here, like it ain't no like right. And if you want a red shirt, like you really gonna have to work, because next year like it's gonna be the year you gotta really take off. You can't just take a year off and stay the same.
You gotta get better.
You gotta get better. You gotta get better. Like we gonna be in the gym every day. And it's up to you. I ain't gonna hound you. You gotta want it. And one thing about me, anybody that know me, like I'm a gym rat. Like I'm gonna work hard. Sometimes I overly work. Like people be telling me I need to like slow down, but I just be having that passion. Like I'm just like like gritty. Like I'm real like passionate because I really want this to work, and I know like what I'm capable of, and I know like what I can do. I believe in myself, and I know like what I went through can really shape me and form me and help me get to where I want to get to. So I really just used all that fuel, like me just not having that household name in high school, college, whatever, people not believing in me, giving up on me, not having no potential in me. I mean, not seeing no potential in me. Coaches telling me, don't even look at the rim, don't even shoot the ball. Just all that bottled up. Like I just took all that into my redshirt year and really just turned it up a notch every day with him. Came back my next year, seen a drastic difference in my whole game. Like even like looking at my highlights, like I was just watching my highlights back like a couple days ago, just reminiscing like in college and stuff. I be missing college and stuff. It sucks being an adult out here. I'm trying to tell you, it sucks. I miss being in college. Just seeing my highlights though, from like my freshman year of college to my sophomore year in college, it's a tragic difference. You just see the whole confidence in my game, the right reads, just everything look fluent. It looked like a fluent, like it's just like a river, like it's just real fluent.
That's what happens when you work on your game.
Yeah, so I was really just seen it, and I played good. I played good my sophomore year. Like we struggled though as a team, like and that's crazy because my sophomore year, that's probably like one of the best teams individually as far as like individual talent. Nobody probably could beat us. I ain't gonna lie. Individually, like we had everything, like from the guards to the bigs to the wings. I mean, to the wings and everything. But just as a team, we just couldn't figure each other. I don't know, like we had spurts and moments because like I remember we played, I forgot what the team called. They from Ohio. They was ranked like top, like third in the country. I forgot what it was, but they was ranked like top 3 in the country, I think. Where they was like 2 or 3. I think it's like start with like a C, something like that. I can't remember, but it was a school in Ohio, JUCO in Ohio. And we played against them, and you would have thought we was like nationally ranked because we just looked like on point. Like we was on point. We was playing together. We just looked as like a whole team. Like the camaraderie was really good, and we took off. But we always just like could never like stay consistent, and that's the biggest thing. Like we just couldn't be consistent with it.
Yeah, trust me, I know how that feels. I had that last year.
Yeah,
we was 18-5, but when it came down to some games, man, and we wasn't like consistent.
And that's really the name of the game.
We had a lot of like the team. I think on paper we had the best team. I think we had the best team on paper. On like really did. Some girls failed off the team.
Yeah, that happened with us too.
Yeah, and so that kind of hurt us, but we still survived. If they wouldn't have fell off, we probably would have made it to the championship. They wouldn't have failed off.
Yeah.
But it's tough when you got talent and you don't want to work together. That's a coach's worst thing. Like all y'all could play, but all y'all selfishness. Like play together and watch how your game just go, man. So that's that experience at Dundalk. So you transferred to Wilberforce University, Ohio, then Penn State, Wilkes. So can you tell us a little bit about that experience and the achievements the achievements that you at those places, such as being a number 1 seed on a national team and y'all receiving all conference and all American awards. Let's talk about that because all your hard work kind of like paid off. Right?
Yeah. So going into like my junior year and even into my senior year, I started really seeing like that respect. Like I started getting like some notice, like as far as like just with my game, like people starting to see like, okay, like you on the come up, you doing this thing, like my game is flourishing, like it's just all coming together full circle. So I went to Wilberforce out of JUCO, got recruited out there on scholarship.
Okay.
And was able to just, have an opportunity to play. Like one thing, I was just like thankful to have an opportunity to play because like I said, being an underdog, like I never had somebody like come to me saying like we like feeling wanted. Like I always had to make them want me, So just coming out of JUCO, like able to find a school that really wanted me, that believed in me, that wanted to take a chance on me was like big. And I really ain't never wanted to like look back after that because I wanted to just continue to build on that.
Right.
But I was able to play D2 at Wilberforce.
Okay.
But it was still an overall good experience just having that HBCU life mixed in with that basketball life.
That party life.
That party life. But no, just like that atmosphere like with those games, like it ain't no feeling like like just being out there, having them, you know, chill for you, like getting that feel touch of me being at my first 4-year school. So just being able to soak all that in and play and do the things I love to do was like big for real. I was able to flourish. I was able to come right in, contribute right away. Connected with my coach. His name was Kevin Waters. So he really was like someone that really like took me under his wing. He always, like, even to this day when I talk to him, he tell me like he remind me of him when he was younger, just off of like the play style and just how like I carry myself. So like it was always good to see my coach kind of take me in off rip and just have like that type of like reassurance where he was telling me like, oh yeah, I believe in you, like you good, like you remind me of me, like, you know, we gonna work.
That's really important about
it.
It's really important to build relationships.
Facts.
And it's kind of hard now, and a lot of college, especially D1 college coaches, talk about building relationship with their players, but it's kind of hard now because of the transfer portal. Because you don't know if a kid gonna
stay or not.
Stay or not. So it's like now everything is more like a transaction.
Basically.
Like
a business.
It's just like I think that take the fun out of basketball.
Yeah.
I think I do agree that these kids should get something other than, a scholarship, but I do think that it needs to be some type of barrier or something, like even all this out, man.
Yeah.
I just think NIL is good for some, but it's not fair, because if you ain't at a big school, you ain't really. You got to market yourself.
You ain't gonna really make too much for real. But even like, and then what kind of like hurt me a little bit, because at the end of my junior year, my coach got fired.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that when you went to Penn State after that?
Yeah, that's when I went to Penn State. So my coach at Wilberforce got fired. For like, I don't really know the clear cut reasonings, but it was just a lot of like, HBCU already be behind the 8 ball with the problems that they deal with already. So it just was like a mixture of like a ton of different reasonings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
just had somebody on here talking about that. That's an NFL scout.
Yeah.
My homeboy here, NFL scout. So he was talking about the same things about HBCUs being behind the 8 ball, man. Talking about they ain't getting no money, but they are.
Yeah.
And they putting it in the wrong spots. They better fall. I mean, look, if you don't have a great sports program, don't nobody want to come to your school.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't nobody gonna come and watch the games. Nothing like that. The school attendance ain't gonna grow. You have to put that money. And it's sad that they gotta be that way, but if you ain't Yale, somebody with like a distinguished type of educational dude, put that money into athletics. Make sure they still get a good education, and watch how your school grow. Like make the locker rooms better, make the field better, stadium better. The money you're getting from the NFL and NBA and whoever, like. Better do with this other school. They put that money straight in the athletics.
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
That's how they stay.
Yeah, it's just a constant cycle.
Man, that's that. You think about it. What other thing in college make colleges more money? What do science make colleges a lot of money? Unless you, like I said, a prestigious school.
Yeah, prestigious school.
That got
like, I guess everybody like Yale, Princeton, or something like that.
But Harvard, because Ivy League schools don't give out athletic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
they don't give out athletic scholarships. Yeah. But just think about it. Everybody got an athletic scholarship. What other thing is making them the most money? Nothing.
Like athletics, name of the game. That's number one.
Yeah.
So
that's what that, man. Look, I read something the other day. Like even in youth sports is generating more money than any other sport. Like it's breaking more money than college. It's breaking more money than youth sports is a $50 billion a year business.
Yeah.
And it's sad that it's that way. In youth sports.
Yeah.
It's sad that these parents are paying like college tuitions to travel around the country.
Yeah, for sure. That's insane.
Insane. That is insane. And mind you, I do have an aid, but my kids don't pay over $500 or something. They don't. My kids will tell you, we never paid over $550 a play.
Yeah.
And we still travel to Kentucky Runs and the Roses.
Right. That's how it's supposed to be.
You know what I'm saying? We still did all that. Man, my kids ain't never pay over that.
Right.
But again, I only do 6 tournaments a year. 6. and my kids getting to college.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you guys really need. You don't really be needing to hit like 20, 30,
Man,
10, 15, 20. Yeah.
At a tournament every weekend. I wish I would.
You don't got to do all that. You just got to go to the right ones.
Then I got to pay $70.
I got to
pay $70 and watch my kids.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you every time. They add up.
Man, that money get ads up.
Yeah,
y'all think your kids making it to the NBA. Your kids, I don't mean no harm. I'm spending that money. My kid ain't playing hard. Well, you ain't playing no more. You ain't playing. $50 billion industry, yo.
Yeah, no, that's insane. That's crazy, though.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
You ain't playing no more, man.
Yeah, but yeah, like it was just a mixture, a bunch of stuff, and then during that time too as well, it was COVID.
Yeah.
So our season didn't even finish. We didn't even finish our season because of COVID. Because they sent us home. They sent us home around like end of February, early March. So like we was going into like that playoff March Madness type of thing, but we ain't even go because they sent us home because of the COVID. So literally, I got sent home in the house.
Wow.
Really just trying to like figure things out, like where I'm gonna go. So, cause like I said, my coach, he got fired. So literally I was just like sending my film out to a variety of coaches, like you were saying earlier, just constantly sending film, staying persistent, being proactive, trying to do what I can. Cause it's not like I can go to these camps or anything cause outside is closed. It's COVID. Yep. So I really was just constantly like networking, sending my stuff out to 10, 20 coaches a day, just trying to find some type of response. Like I'm just telling myself, like, if I send out, 15 to 20, I know I'm gonna at least get one or two responses. Like I'm not looking for all 20 or whatever. I'm just looking for one or two that's gonna hit. So I constantly was just working, sending out emails, constantly sending out emails to different coaches and everything, and just connecting, using my connects that I got. And I was able to land at Penn State, Wilkes-Barre, through mutual following, mutual friends. The coach, he coached some of my friends. Well, actually, one of my trainers that I train with now, he went there, and it kind of was just like a connection with that. And I was able to find a school, and it's crazy because I found that school. I found my school last minute, like it was August, and I'm like stressing, like trying to figure out like where I'm going. Like people, Ross is already being put together, like team money is already going and scholarships, stuff like that. So I really was like just stressing, like frustrated, just trying to figure out what I was going to do, where I was going to go. And then like COVID, like I said, wasn't like making it any better. But I ended up connecting with Penn State, Wilkes-Barre, and Coach Hammett with him. And I was able to connect with him, and he took a chance on me. And it was kind of tough too, because like I already did 3 years. So it's kind of hard to really like, and I was getting some type of them responses too from coaches, like they saying they like me, they love me, but they was looking at me like being like a 1 year rental, because like I only had 1 more year eligibility because I already done played my 2 years at JUCO and then played my 1 year at Wilberforce. So it was like some coaches like, and I don't know, like I ain't really taking away. I mean, I looked at it like, okay, like it's good because I got the experience and coaches can like just plug me right in, plug and play. But some coaches was just looking at it like, you here for just 1 year. Like, I want to actually build a program and actually like have like, like I guess he wanted his program to be like kind of like all in the same class so he can kind of like build them and keep them, keep it going. I don't know. It was just a little frustrating process for me. I mean, I don't know if it was maybe an excuse or whatever it was, but, I didn't really, like, take nothing of it. I'm just like, all right, cool. Just because I'm real. Like, I want you to be straight up with me. Like, tell me what it is. Don't sugarcoat. Like, I'm not going to waste your time. Don't waste my time. Like, just let me know so we can just move forward with this process. But I was able to land with them. And then even in the summertime, like, I was just working. Like, I had no choice but to work, too. Like, grinding. Like, I was working out outside. I was running the tracks. I was doing the steps. I was shooting outside. Like I really was like really grinding, and I was surrounding myself. And I always been like this. I always want to surround myself by either people that is where I'm trying to get at, or we all are surrounding myself by people that's trying to get to where they gotta get at. So I was with like one of my closest friends, a couple close friends that's already done played overseas, that's either working to go overseas. So like I was just surrounding myself by people that's been there, done that, or trying to do that. So I already was able to learn, pick their brain, get better with them over the summer and grind. So it really helped my game and really like polish my game more to where my senior year was like one of my best years of college, where I took off like immediately, like was just from the start flourished. And my coach, I had a great coach that let me play my game, let me play through my mistakes, whether it was good or whether I had mistakes or not. Like it wasn't like a, you know, like you say, like watching, looking over. Like he knew like my abilities, and like he seen me play previously before. Actually, I think he seen me play when I was in JUCO already, so he kind of already had idea who I was. But you know, I was able to get with a good coach where he like, and only thing he really cared about is defense. Honestly, like
sometimes you got to do.
Yeah, so I was able to like kind of like play into the right hands with that and flourish, where I was able to be a point guard leader on the team. Got my team to the number 1 seed in the national tournament, was able to win all conference, all American awards, and pretty much flourish, really kind of solidify like, okay, like I'm really like coming out for real. Like this really like what it is. Like starting from where I did to having people not really believing in me, telling me like I ain't gonna be able to play college, I ain't gonna play pro, I don't want you looking at the basket, like just not even like wanting to work me out. Like I had coaches, like I forgot to even say this, like my junior year, like I had my assistant coach, like he was like not trying to work me out. Like that's how much he really ain't even believe in me. Like I used to, cause like I said, I'm a gym rat. So it's like, I'm constantly trying to get work in. And he was like one of the player development coaches there. So he always was working out like guards, bigs, whatever, like working us out, whatever. So I used to constantly hit him like every day, like, what's up? Like I'll get out of class at 1:30. I'm trying to come to the gym, get some work in before practice, whatever. Like yo was not trying to like work me out, cause yo really ain't like my game. Yo ain't believe in me. So it was just like tough growing, fitting in up there. Like when I was at Wilberforce, because like my head coach liked me, but my assistant coach was like, and it was basically because I really wasn't one of his guys that he brought in. And it was kind of like a bad look because another assistant coach had brought me in, but he really don't do that. So like how they do it is like the one assistant coach, he does the guard recruitment, and the other assistant coach does the big recruitment. But the one that did the big recruitment recruited me. So it was just like he took offense, like basically like, oh, why are you bringing in another guard? Like I already got the guards who I want. And then I ended up being like better than some of the guards he was bringing in. So it looked like a bad look on him. Like, oh, I'm coming in, killing his recruiters, and my the head coach liking me. And it just was like a bad look. So it's like he kind of was trying to like hold me back and not really like work with me.
That is sad.
So it was just kind of crazy where it's like he was ducking me, not responding back to my text messages. I would see him in the gym and I text, I'm like, coach, like, you ain't see my text? Like, oh, nah, I ain't even see it at the time. I was working out, but, you know, we'll lock in on another date, another time. Just text me. Just giving me the runaround for real, just not really trying to work me out. So, like, just to see, like, how far I came, like, high school, college, having people just kind of doubt me in every type of form, throwing different, like, obstacles at me, to having people finally, like, respect me. It just, like buoyed me and gave me, like, that motivation. Because, like, I don't need much to motivate me. Like my circumstances, my lifestyle, like how I grew up already is motivation for me. So like one little small thing, like is only going to like turn me up even more. So like just to like be able to like come out my senior year on top, able to really like flourish and go out with a bang and actually see my family do it, like see my family and witness it was like big. It was like a blessing for me, and just to see like my hard work really paying off and really just to actually see like the transition into my game, like how I started off this type of way, but now I'm this type of player. You know what I mean? Just having that whole all-around game, defensively, offensively, shot making, getting to the rim, whatever. So like it was just like a real blessing for me to really finally like see the hard work actually playing off and knowing like persistence is key. Like throughout it all, like, and it's crazy because I was just talking to my mans about this not too long ago. Like he was like, yo, bro, I was just looking at my high school picture and you the only one that's still playing out of everybody that took that picture. Like at least as far as like playing, like
Right.
everybody done gave up, whether they gave up right after high school or they went to college for a year and gave up. But like he like, bro, you one of the ones that really stuck with it. Like you really give me that motivation to just do things, just to be great, period. Because like you done fought through so much adversity, you done had people count you out, and you done stuck with it. Like it's crazy because you the only one still hooping on the basketball team, like from high school. Like it's just like that drive. Like I said, I'm real persistent. Like I keep
different.
Yeah, I keep using that word because like that's just like a lifestyle with me. Like one of the favorite people like I look up to is like Nipsey Hussle. So it's like I model like some of the things after him, like just being like on that marathon, being on your race, staying persistent through it all, having endurance through it all. Because like that's really what it is. Like we talking about basketball, but it's just like that with life. Like you gonna have different challenges thrown at you. You gotta have.
Don't let people that ain't doing nothing tell you that you can't do anything.
Exactly.
Right.
You can't let them put they box on you.
Right.
You can't let them do that. And that's kind of what I was going through. Like I was having people like put their expectations on me. Like, no, I got my own expectations and my own goals of what I think of. You ain't gonna tell me like this is what you gonna turn out to be. Like, no, you don't know what I'm gonna turn out to be, because hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. Like I ain't come off like having the talent right away, but my work ethic is what got me to this point and what really turned my talent up and really stayed persistent with it. So that's what I tell people, like, yo, I got all this from straight hard work. Like I ain't was given nothing. I earned everything for real. Like I had to make people respect my name, make people respect me, and really like work on my game like every single day, like blood, sweat, and tears, like for real. So it was just a blessing to see like my senior year, like I was like really like coming out with a bang and really like getting those awards. Like it just was like an unreal feeling, just having those type of awards, having some type of recognition. Cause like I always was that guy, like you said, like that unsung hero. Like I would, do the right things or do like meaningful things, but I just wasn't getting recognition for it. And I ain't saying like I need all the recognition, but it feel good to like, it feel good, you know what I mean? It feel good to see like,
But like you said, like all that hard work, your journey, the numerous challenges you faced, the transitions, all that you overcame. Like you say, you ain't need nobody else to motivate you.
No.
And I always tell people like, external motivation doesn't matter. External motivation is a minute. It only lasts for a minute. You can be in a lot of people do a lot of speaking engagements, right? You're only motivated 30 minutes after that speaking engagement.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you have to be internally motivated.
Exactly.
To move, not externally motivated. I can sit here and tell you all day, yo, you need to do this, you need to do that, give you the best speech in the world. That's only externally motivating you.
Right.
You gotta have the drive and the motivation within yourself.
Right.
So whatever I'm telling you, take that and move forward.
Right.
If you don't have that internal motivation, external motivation ain't gonna keep you.
Yeah.
It's not gonna keep you.
That's real though. I like how you put that for sure, because I definitely, that internal, like whether it's through your circumstances that you living in, whether it's like through your family, like with me, it was like a mixture of both. Like it was my circumstances that I was living in, and then my mother, like being in a single parent household and just seeing my mother grind and knowing like she played the game, and I wanted to like really turn up for her,
right,
and have her go through it, because she stopped playing because she had me and my sister. Mm-hmm. So it was like she kind of like took the back seat, and focus on like real life priorities, kids and everything. So it was just like my biggest thing is just like giving back to her, doing what I can. Like it's never gonna be enough to repay, your mother or like the person who take care of you. It's never gonna be enough. But like just to constantly keep showing that appreciation, doing right by them, or turning yourself into something successful. I think that's like the biggest repayment you can do. So it's just like, I wanted to do that. Like, I wanted her to like really show her, like, from me, like, I can be this. Like, I told her, like, at an early age, like, I wanted to be a basketball player. Like, I wanted to be like you. I wanted to play professionally. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. Like, so just to see her, like, or for her to see me, like, flourish, and see her, like, have a son, like, to be able to, like, I have a son that accomplished X, Y, and Z. Like, not everybody can really say stuff like that. So especially coming from the circumstances that we came in, like, moving around, bouncing from house to house, like, just struggling, period. Me not, like, having, like, that big name, not being, like, that top guy, just having to really kick my way in through the door, to have people make them respect me and really believing in me. So it was just, like, real big for that. Cause
but you appreciate it more.
Yeah.
Like, it's more appreciated.
It built character.
It builds character. You appreciate it more.
Build character.
Yeah, it's a real strong feeling, man. And just like you said, just trying to, like, everything that you went through, trying to make your mom proud. And I'm sure she's proud of you, without a doubt, man. So what's next for you, though? Looking ahead, what are your future goals in basketball and beyond? How do you continue to plan to continue to get building your success? So let's talk about that for a little bit before we get up out of here. But so, you know, what's in the future for you, man? Let's talk about it.
So in the transition of playing professionally now. So, like, when I did graduate from college, I was just like I said, working the emails, like, trying to get in contact with agents, pro teams, just trying to, like, throw my name out there, get that exposure, to see, like, you know, where I can play, because I wanted to, you know, transition to playing professional. So I did get a little taste of it. I was able to get invited out to a tour in Australia, in Melbourne, Australia. I was able to go out there and play for a little second out there, just to get a taste of the pro life and try to make a name for myself and get a team to take a chance on me. I killed. I ain't gonna lie, like, it was like, I didn't even really look at it like I looked at it like, dang, I'm really going to Australia. Like, that's crazy. I'm on the other side of the world. But I really was just so, like, tunnel visioned in. Like, this is really a business trip. Like, I gotta, like I'm not coming back home without no good news. Like, like, I'm banking on myself. I'm betting on myself. I'm taking chances. You know what I mean? Kicking out money, everything. Like, just spending my life trying to, like, you know what I mean, bet on myself to turn that into something greater.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta spend your last to become great.
Sure.
You gotta go broke to become great.
I done did that. I done did that plenty of times.
Sometimes you gotta go broke.
I done did that.
Like, plenty of times to become great. You gotta go broke.
I done did that.
There's a lot of stories out there about people sleeping in their cars. That one thing.
Cars. From me, don't got hotel. You gotta sacrifice for something greater. Like, from me, it's always gonna be worthwhile. I ended up going out there, really just no name, just trying to make a name for myself, just really trying to flourish. And I really just killed. Like, I was able to get some type of interest out there from the time I was out there, and really just get that experience. And I loved it out there. It was amazing out there just to see, like, the different lifestyles.
See kangaroos.
It's crazy because I did see kangaroos. Like when people be asking me about it, like how we see deers just coming around, they just see kangaroos like hopping around in the yards, just regular. Like they cut up. Yes. Like the big ones, the dads in them, they cut up and they stand tall. And as the mother ones, like, you know, they be having a little pouch with the baby in it and all that. You know? But no, it was tough for real. Like, just to see a whole different lifestyle, being on the other side of the world at that, and just experiencing different cultures. Like, I love, one thing about me is, like, I love to travel. I think, like, that's something, like, I want to do, like, outside of basketball. Like, I want to travel and just witness, like, different, like, cultures. So, like, luckily with basketball, I'm able to do some of that already. And basketball already done took me to a lot of other places. So I was able to just get that experience, like, when I was out there, like, getting the culture, whereas the food, like, they traditions of what they do on a day-to-day basis, like, But it was just a real dope experience. Like, I don't take it for granted. I think about it all the time, just like being out there. When you go somewhere and then you come back, you just start looking at things just real different. Like,
I went to the Dominican Republic, yo, and ate their food. When I came back here, I'm like, yo, this food nasty.
Yeah, for sure. And I just been thinking,
all food was good as I was.
Yeah. I'm about to say, I love the like culture for the food for sure. Like, I love to eat. Like, it may not look like it, but I love to eat for sure. Like, so when I go to different places, I'm trying to tap into the food. Like, I like organic, like from the roots type. Yeah. But it was a good experience overall. Like, I connected with people out there, other Americans that came out there with me on a tour, connected with them, and I did my thing. Like, overall, like, was able to push for like a couple teams through my film that was out there, and just marking myself, and able to get some type of response. But it ain't fully like solidified. So like, I had teams that was like interested, but they wasn't fully committed, or whether they was waiting on players to make other decisions and stuff like that. You know, like treating it like, you know, with the business, like they was just saying like, you know, we love you, like we really like want you and all that, but it wasn't like a full like commitment. I'm still like in the process of trying to like figure things out over there with that, but I'm also been going to like other camps, combines. I just went to one not too long ago out DC, and I was able to be one of the top, that's what they listed as like top free agents. That came. I was listed as one of the top ones, and just trying to get exposure. Like, I'm just working on just trying to like get exposure, because I feel like I know what I can do. I just need the right eyes on me. That's it. I just need to get the right eyes on me.
I think it's gonna happen for you.
For sure.
I really do think it's gonna happen.
For sure.
Like, because look where you came. You're like, you ain't coming this far for nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think Australia gonna happen for you.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that.
I'm putting that out there. I think Australia gonna happen.
It was just crazy, like just being like I said, like starting from where I did to being in Australia, like there's no way like you could have made this. Like, if you asked me that, it's like, come on, bro. Like,
dude,
that's you look crazy. Like, and I was like, nobody can like, come on, anybody just saying like I went to Australia before. Like, that's just crazy. That was just crazy for me. Like, and then be able to go out there and flourish too, like kill, like, because I really was locked in, like just knowing, like I said, I can't go back without feeling like satisfied with what I did. So just controlling what I could control, and just letting it, you know, letting God take care of the rest of it. You know what I mean? So just working that, and like I said, just being like getting more exposure, like working with like going to camps, combines, overseas, anything like Euros, like anything, like just helping me like get more eyes on me. I'm doing it. Like, I already done been to a couple this summer. That's why I was able to, like I was telling you about it before, like this the Africa league, like able to try to get a chance to play in the B Africa League. That's and great. Then also like having a chance to play in Portugal. That's so great. I got like, you know, opportunities coming up that I'm trying to really fully grasp and take advantage of. I'm just staying ready, and just, you know, wherever I know it's all gonna work out. Having that faith, keeping it pushing, and just working hard.
Keep on working. Keep on working.
It's all gonna come. It's coming.
Don't stop working.
I love the process. I love the grind.
That's what I'm talking about. See,
that's my thing. Like,
that's what I told my wife. Like, I said, it's so much stuff on YouTube about how to do YouTube. There's so much stuff out here. Like, go on here and we'll teach you how to do this. Go on here and we'll teach you how to do that. Like, people try to make so much money off of other people, selling them, you know, courses on how to do this, and that's fine. I ain't knocking your grind. Right. But for me, love the process. I love figuring out how to do that. I love figuring out how to edit videos and all, because that's what that's doing. That's giving me experience.
Exactly.
So I can charge somebody. I need to make myself a commodity. Like, me knowing how to edit videos now, and somebody that don't know how to edit videos don't want to do it, and I can just be talking to somebody that's like, man, I be editing my own videos. I don't know who's standing beside me. Like, y'all need an editor. Can you help me out? Right. I'll help you out. You know what I mean? And I can charge that person. So I'm not gonna get that experience unless I go through it. Go through it and gain that experience. I don't know where that's gonna take me at. Me knowing how to edit, but I get better and better every day from editing films and making thumbnails. Yep. Somebody might not know how to make a good thumbnail, but I know how to make a good thumbnail.
And that's only gonna help you. Yep.
I keep practicing. So it's only gonna help me to get better. So I understand where you're coming from, man. So So for our listeners out there who may be inspired by your story, and I don't know nobody that's not going to be because I'm inspired by it. Yeah, I'm just going to keep on going.
Sure.
I'm just going to keep on going. What advice can you get these young athletes? That's what most of my audience is. These young athletes and their parents, and I hope they're really getting something out of all this, and striving and just keep on pushing. So for those young athletes that striving to achieve their dreams, especially those who may feel like underdogs, what type of advice do you have for them?
So it's crazy because I right now, like while I'm home, like I already I do like a lot of mental, I work with kids, I train them, I coach them and stuff like that. So I already be like telling kids or people that's even my age, younger than me, whatever, you just gotta keep going. That's simple. It may sound simple, but you just gotta really keep pushing because there's gonna be so much that you gonna come across, but you just can't let it knock you, can't discourage you. You just gotta keep going. Really, I say, how one of my role models is Nipsey Hussle. Really, it's a marathon. Life is really a marathon. You really gotta, you gonna come through different checkpoints in life. You know what I mean? That you just gotta keep going through. You gotta be able to be versatile, like you said, with your craft, you've been able to thumbnail and do things like that. I feel like you just gotta be versatile. Another thing is to be versatile. You can't short yourself. You gotta be able to do things from different aspects. I think that's another thing COVID taught me. A lot of people I seen was stuck on one thing, one source of income or whatever one thing it was. And then when COVID came, it kind of shut that down. Yeah, so people was really stuck on trying to figure out what to do. And they wasn't as versatile as they thought, or versatile at all, to be able to okay, this shut down. All right, boom, I can go I got this skill, or I can do this skill, whatever. So it's
that was the best time to learn a new skill too.
Facts. You had nothing but time to pick up time. So I feel the thing I just tell people is just don't never worry about where you started, or don't worry about where you at right now. As long as you moving forward, I follow that motto 1% better. 1% you just gotta get 1% better every day. You don't need the whole 100. You don't need
100 days. Yeah, 100% better than what you was that first day.
Facts. You just gotta make sure your trajectory is just going up always. You don't never want to stay the same. You just gotta keep putting the left in front of the right in front of the left, and just keep pushing and keep pushing. It's really a marathon. Life really is gonna be a bunch of obstacles. You can never get discouraged, and you always gotta believe in yourself.
Life
no
builds
matter
character.
What. Yes.
Life builds character. What you go through builds who you are, man. And if you ain't going through nothing, or you feel like you ain't going through nothing, I'm sorry. It's gonna be even harder to become something.
Facts.
It's gonna be hard to become something.
With me, I said, I was not a household name. I really had to earn everything, and I really had to make people respect me, and it just lit a fuel under me, just to see people just not respecting me, because I'm big on respect. One thing about it, you may not like me or whatever, but you just gotta respect me at the end of the day.
Oh man.
Yeah, so it's I had to take it. I'm not going for no, I'm really not gonna do, because I know the time, the grind, the effort, everything I done invested in this. I ain't cheat myself. I really went every emotion trying to figure out how to, succeed with this, and it was good nights, bad nights, but I needed both of those nights to really shape me into who I am. Right. So I feel you just gotta keep going, keep pushing, ask questions. It's never enough questions to ask when you trying to figure out your life, where you trying to go with basketball. Even if you're an underdog in another field, you gotta be a sponge. You gotta be able to be observant, soak things up, ask questions, keep going, fight through the adversity, and just really just be a dog when it comes to that too. Be a dog and not take no for an answer, and stay persistent.
You only need one yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm over the years I learned that because I used to do some other stuff, and person used to say, "Yo, you only need one yes.
I only need one.
You only need one yes to take you where you need to go at." That one, and starting to really believe that. You only need one yes. You're gonna get a lot of no's. Everybody gonna tell you no. No. You only need one person to believe it, and guess what? It ain't gonna be a family member.
Yeah.
it's going to be a stranger. A stranger is going to believe in you more than anybody else. A stranger is who's going to take your business to the next level. A stranger is who's going to get you to that next spot in your sport. It's going to be a stranger. It's going to be somebody you don't know that sees your potential. And it's going to be like, yes, this is where, and honestly, I did that for a lot of people. Like, I see people and I be like, dude, like, you got so much potential. Let me train you. You know, I don't want nothing out of it. Like, I just see that you got talent that don't need to go to waste.
Exactly.
Don't need to go to waste. You need to share that talent with everybody else.
Yeah,
like,
you need to expose, like,
right,
put it out there
put
for
it
people
out there.
to see it. Like,
some people don't know how to do that. So people that do know how to do it need to help people that don't know how to do it.
Exactly, for sure. And I know another thing that just came into my head, like, I just tell people, like, you can't have no regrets, like, no doubts, no regrets. And you got to always play like it's your last. Like, you never know who in the gym, no matter what, like, or wherever, like, if you in the office, whatever, like, not even just basketball, like, anything, like, you just never know who you around. So you always got to be on point and make sure you come correct and give it your all, no matter what. Because, you know, like you said, eyes is watching. Like, little do you know, people were watching you out here. So if you moving the right way, people is definitely going to be watching you, and they definitely going to come to you, and they never know when you're going to come. So you always got to be able to be on point and just have no regrets and really go all the way with this. Like, don't have no type of, like, doubt or self doubt.
Right. Oh, man, look, it's been great having you. You know, we've been trying to get you here for a minute and talk about.
Yeah, appreciate you.
A lot of things to talk about. So it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show, talking about the things you're going through, man, and really sharing your story. I really appreciate you coming in, man.
I appreciate you.
And it was a story to share. Look, we've been on here talking for a minute.
Yeah.
And look, I don't stop nobody. I'm sorry. If you want to tell their story, I'm going to let them tell their story.
No, for
I
sure.
don't care if it's 5 hours. I don't care if it's 6.
Yeah.
If you're going to tell your story, you're going to tell your story.
No, definitely.
So, man, your story is, I hope, is inspiring to a lot of people out there, because it's truly inspiring to me, and I mean that. So, and I'm sure our listeners have gained a lot from, you know, hearing about your journey, and hopefully it helped them out. But where can our audience follow you at to follow your progress and stay up to date with you?
So I got social media. All my social media is the same. So it's Gillie, one word, Gillie, Gillie Kaii. So Gillie Kaii, just one word. That's the @ name for me. Is through Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, so that's where you can follow me and keep up with me.
And he'll be on my one. We'll get, you know, all this starting here on my page. So if you follow me, you can look for what's name to follow him also. So fantastic, man. Again, thank you for coming on. And look, for anyone tuning in, don't forget to check us out. Check us out and follow us on Instagram at SQ Basketball Chronicles. This episode and many more on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, all at Full Court Dreams, the Underdog's Voice. And you can catch the video on YouTube at Coach Q. Join our Facebook community for more inspiring stories. You get to see some stuff before other people do. Some more stories and some discussions. So join us on our Facebook community at the Underdog's Voice. And also, I see the shirt I got on. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
sure.
the shirt.
I like that.
Right. So check out some of our merchandise also.
Yeah, gotta get me some of that.
Yeah. So check out our merchandise also. I switched from Redbubble, so now I'm on Underdog's Voice at myspreadshop.com. So you go to underdog/voice, myspreadshop.com. Again, if you follow me on Instagram, it's all on my link page. All my stuff is on my link tree. So you go to one spot and it's all of my social stuff that's on there. So go there, pick up some nice gear. Got some other gear, other stuff on there also. That's got some quotes on there. So go there and check that out, man. And get some of the gear and represent the community. Man. Again, Kai, thank you for coming out, man. And I really think this Australia stuff can work out for you. Not that Africa, that something's going to work out for you, man. So keep on pushing, keep on moving,
like I
man.
said, I definitely, and the one thing, I definitely appreciate you, just the platform you doing. This is big. Like, I love everything you doing with this, just being able to get somebody, or the underdog is a voice. Like,
I appreciate
you know what I mean?
that.
Make them feel heard and just give them that chance to inspire other people. So I know this blowing up. It's already blowing, but it's ready to take it to another notch with
Man,
you. So
look,
I definitely appreciate you even just allowing me to be on and just, you know what I mean, taking the time to hear my story and what I gotta say.
All right, man. I can't do it without the people that came on the show. But
Definitely. Much love for sure.
All right, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. I sent a message to a lot of people to be on this show. All 52 of my shows for this season are booked up. Don't have no more room for this season. So if you want to get on my show, season 2 starts in March. Start hitting me up now. I'm about to start sending out some more invitations. It's always first come, first serve. So, again, we got 52 shows booked up. People at the concert, they coming in, man, they telling their stories. Listen. Follow us on all our social media platforms. Follow me on all my social media platforms. Listen, man, I get inspired every time I have somebody on this show. I get inspired just to keep on going. I cannot stop because there's so many people out there that needs to be heard, man. Right. So many people. So again, thank y'all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And remember, every underdog has their day. This Coach Q, and I'm out.